Hey, this is Joe from Metal Temple,
Hey, this is Carley Coma from Candiria.
and we're here doing an interview. Today is 11/19. All right, so this is the last stop on your tour.
Yeah.
How has your tour been? Because you played, what, 5 shows in Brooklyn?
Okay, so we did the 5-borough tour a couple weeks ago, and now we're just doing this short run with Dalek. Went up and down the East Coast, went to Chicago, went up to Canada, and today's the last day. It's been very cool so far, and it's the thing that bugged me out the most is seeing some of the older Candiria fans and how much they've gotten older. I'm like, dude, I haven't seen you in like 12 years. Like, you look older. Not in a bad way, but just like, wow, it's like, it's like, here they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
So let us know, how long it's been since you guys been back officially?
Officially, we did a show last year at the Black and Blue Bowl in New York. I think it was May, something like that. And it was our first time back. We did a warm-up show in Brooklyn like the month prior at Lucky 13. But about a year, and it was great just seeing the fans and just seeing how much like they missed us, and it was very heartwarming. Yeah.
So how's, like, my next question is, how's fan reception been?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
You've seen like people literally like driving up from like different states or whatever, people waiting. When we went up to Montreal, some dude was there before we even got there, just waiting to like see us, and everyone's just like, man, I haven't seen you in so long, and just to see how just how grateful they were that we came back was. It really took me by surprise. It was awesome.
Yeah, see, as a Candiria fan myself, like seeing you guys come back, I actually went to my magazine. I was like, I need this show. Don't understand. I have to have this show.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, this is actually my first show back with Metal Temple as well.
Oh, awesome, very cool.
Now, your last album, you guys released that, and you took hiatus, a year afterwards?
Kiss the Lie, yeah, because at the time, things with the label weren't going too well. The label pretty much fell apart afterwards, and we were just going through a transition. Did we want to? We thinking, do I still want to do this? Candiria was around for so long, and we just went our separate ways. To be honest, I didn't even know we would even come back. The guys approached me, I think a year or two ago, saying, "Hey, listen, do you want to do a record?" First, I said no. I said no. Over the years, I said no.
Yep.
And finally, with the right team, with Metal Blade and strong management, I said yes.
Now, how was that with being on Metal Blade? I mean, that's a big label, especially with being known as what they've done for metal music itself. How's that feel for you guys being, on a label like that?
It feels awesome, especially Brian Slagle. To me, is one of the guys.
Yeah.
It's his label and everything like that. But when you're with him, you could tell that he is a fan and he's doing this because he loves music, and he gets to make a profit off it as well. But you could tell that whether he was making money off of it or not, he would still be doing it.
Yeah,
he's passionate about it.
That's awesome, because that's the one thing you get with a lot of labels. You get that disconnect sometimes.
Yeah.
And when you have a label, like Metal Blade, and you have Brian, who's just such a huge fan, you really see it show with the bands as well. Because you guys get out on tour, and it's like amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, how's your reception? I know the difficulties you had with Ken with traveling and everything like that. Now I know. Dan. How's his reception been? And because this is his first tour with you guys, right?
Yeah, he did the 5-borough tour, which is just like I said, and so far everyone's like, wow. Because listen, they said they will always love Ken, but they think Dan's doing a great job stepping in, and
yes, it is a big shoes to fill.
Absolutely big shoes to fill, and he's been doing a great job, and we haven't been getting any hatred for it. Because in the beginning, before people heard him, they were like, is he gonna be able to pull it off? And he has been pulling it off.
Yeah, see, that's one thing you're gonna find with everybody is fans are like, oh my god, and then. But what was it? He wrote 2 songs, right? 2 drum songs.
Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny has 2 drum songs on there. One of You Will Betray Me and With Broken Bones.
Okay.
And then he played drums on, but the rest is Dan.
Yeah. See, that's all about the traveling and everything. I understand, especially being now where you guys are out, just coming back,
Yeah.
it's a big deal to
Yeah.
travel like that.
No, absolutely. And like he's in California, 3,000 miles away, and we really tried, but it was just super expensive.
It is.
And like just to have, it would eat up a lot of our guarantee, a lot of our merch. Just
Hmm.
you shouldn't have to force something. As
Yeah.
great as it was, just starting the band with him and touring with him and like creating with him, it's always amazing and you learn so much from him. Um, this just seemed forced.
Yeah,
You know?
you don't want to force anything, especially now.
Yeah.
Coming back because you guys are kicking ass. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
your new album, I know I personally I loved it.
Yeah, thank you.
know?
Thank you so much.
And now, how's reception been from fans?
Been awesome. I mean, every now and then you'll get a couple of like haters, but that's with every
Every
record.
territory.
But like literally, people are saying like this is our best record yet.
Nice.
Great press on it, and we wanted to focus more on songwriting. Sometimes with the type of band that we are, we didn't want to get in the habit of writing bugged out parts just for the sake of bugging people out.
Yeah.
We wanted the songs to naturally progress, and naturally just write themselves. And the cool thing about it is, I think one of the reasons why it is different is because it's a concept album. So the story dictated how the riffs would sound, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I told these guys that, and listen, when you write your guitar parts, music parts, whatever, think of the guitar, think of the bass as like a camera angle. You know what I mean? Like we're all directors here, and is what you're writing right now, does it support what's going on in the story? And if it didn't, then
do what you
that,
gotta do.
that piece of music would have to change, or
Yeah.
or the lyrical content would have to go to a different song. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you notice from Surrealistic,
Yeah.
Until now. It's just you can
Yeah.
never really pinpoint where you guys are.
Yeah.
Like musically, it's always like process of self development. When
Yeah.
you get to track 4, it's a rap song.
Yeah.
Dude, that blows so many people's
Yeah.
minds.
Yeah.
Now, how have you guys seen your progression since? Surrealistic wasn't your first. That was what your second.
No, Surrealistic was our first. We had a couple of demos, but Surrealistic was our first album. Yeah.
Now, how do you see yourselves from that moment to where you are right now?
I think it's a different band. I mean, to be honest, I look at this record as like a brand new band, especially like pretty much the original members aren't in there, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it like a new band, and that's that is what's helping me to just move forward. All the other stuff we did was cool,
Yeah.
but like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm literally
awesome.
from this point on looking forward.
Yeah, because when you guys come back from that hiatus and everything,
Yeah.
that's what I've learned to call it now. It's just hiatus. And,
Yeah.
you don't want to go back into that same shoe again. You want that new pair of shoes that that feel right and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed personally myself. Listening to the newest album. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Surrealistic. I actually brought that with me.
Awesome. What's up?
But like I notice, just lyrically, musically, it's you can never point it down to like that's Candiria.
Yeah.
You can get a hint of it.
Yeah.
Now, I guess how would you describe Candiria now to what it was?
Well, I would say you can understand the language better.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is one of the reasons that me personally why I have a hard time listening to the old records is I don't know what I'm saying because it was just straight up screaming whatever, and it was great and it was good for what it is. But when you take all that time writing lyrics, you want people to know what you're saying. Me personally, right? So this time around, it's like, all right, I want to be able to, I want to get that strong bark aggression, still aggressive, but I made sure that I pronounced everything. I made sure that there was, even though I was screaming, you could hear some melody in there.
Right.
Because I want everything to be catchy. In order for someone to kind of remember what you're doing, there has to be something catchy about it. So I made sure that I added some melody to the screaming. So I would say that Candiria we still do what we want. Um, every album is pretty much a snapshot of where we are in our lives. Um, but this time around, like, the message is clearer.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, I still notice you still keep that time with your
Yeah.
with your vocals and singing, and
Yeah.
especially keeping up with that band.
Yeah.
Because you guys are known for that time change of
Yeah.
just like, where'd you guys go?
Yeah, yeah.
You're still there, keeping it.
Yeah.
It's like I've always
Sometimes
thought.
I don't know where I am.
You tend to be like the metronome, and that's
Yeah.
one thing you don't really notice with a lot of bands.
Yeah.
It's just the vocals are more or less just another progressive instrument,
Yeah.
whereas your vocals tend to keep on like a metronome time.
Yeah.
What is it just because of the type of the music, or is it just something the way you've learned to, I guess, sing and everything?
It's the music because if I sing over anything else, it's pretty much straightforward. Because it's like if I'm singing over something that's 4/4 or ballad, then I'll know to focus more on emotion, whatever the case may be. With Candiria, not only do you have to focus on emotion, but you have to focus on syllable placement,
Yeah.
like timing, where everything lands. So it forces me to go out of my comfort zone, but odd time signatures are my comfort zone, so it's weird. It's like a
Yeah.
little bit of both. You know what I mean? It's like a love-hate relationship. I hate when they write stuff like that, but at the same time, I love it because I find out what I'm capable of
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. You're able
Yeah.
to
Just interpret.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jake. Awesome. Man.
Yeah. Again, this is
Awesome.
Joe Fryer of Metal Temple.
Yeah. Carley Coma, Candiria.
All right, take care, guys.
Awesome.